BD5 pilot with you out on a Saturday morning working on the plane, and let me show you what I've got done. You'll remember I've got the new engine with the generator mounted, and we're working on the dimensions for the couplers. And I was able, with the parts I had, to scavenge together and make a makeshift, just so I can show what I'm trying to accomplish here for this jack shaft. I need to be able to use rubber donuts on both ends of this, and that little piece adapter I was able to hack together with the two different parts is a good 1/4 inch thicker than I want the machined part to be, but it allows me to place everything in here so you can see. And of course now I end up with a 2 7/8 inch drive shaft, and it's gonna actually be a 3 1/8 inch, I believe, in the final configuration. But it's very critical that this be all aligned properly, so the thickness of these adapters I need to make for the motor mount. So I'm going to have those milled out of aluminum to hold the engine out just enough to clear that generator part. I've also been looking over how the exhaust fits, and I did another video that showed how happy I was with the way that works. But the cooling down below, those NACA ducts that feed from the bottom of the fuselage, are going to feed into 3-inch tubing, scat tubing, and then make their way back up and exit here in the front of the engine, so they can create intake of cooling air into the front of the engine, which then the exhaust jet venturi down there is going to help suck it back out. And I may work on this design here, actually putting some fan blades on this to increase some airflow pulling across the engine itself. Area up above, you see how I've got that little shelf there that coincides with the my hat and glove storage up here, and I'm thinking that might be the perfect place to put the regulator box. I have that sitting in there sideways for demonstration purposes, but it would flip 90 degrees, and those wires would exit right out the bottom and give me a nice short lead to tie into my battery, my alternator lead in, and then also to ground it. And the other wire I got to worry about is hooking the starter itself up. So I got to ground and run the starter lead into that vertical power box. But this thing really is getting close to a point where I'll be able to start it. So next step is pull the engine back out and draw up the schematics for the parts that I'm going to have machined and made, and take those down to Independence to get them done. And then I'm going to take the fuselage here and set it on its side so that I can work on those intake holes for the NACA ducts that fit on the belly of the plane, and figure out a creative way to make that happen. I think I'm going to get some clear sheets and then set them over that carbon fiber NACA duct itself, and then mark it out so what the dimensions are. Drill the holes that I need, at least 3 of the holes, so I can get placement, and then take and transfer that dimensions to the other side and cut it out from the other side, so it'll be easier. So that's what's in the plans. See if it gets done this weekend. BD5 Pilots out for now. You all have a great weekend, and thanks for all your support. Hit that like button.